Hi, it's Jeff here from discoverdoublebase.com. Thanks for watching another one of these videos. And my lesson today is really aimed at the beginner bass player who wants to move beyond one octave scales and start moving just a bit further around the fingerboard. It's sometimes hard to make that jump from, the really basic scales to the more advanced ones, and this middle area of the neck can be quite intimidating. So I've got a couple of quick tips to help you navigate this better and make the whole process easier. So let's look at those now. So my first tip is really straightforward but quite hard to do, and that's to take a scale that you've been practicing over 3 strings and find a new way of playing it over 2 strings. Let me give you an example. So say for instance you've been playing A minor 7, or an A minor scale. Try moving up the 2nd string rather than crossing onto the 3rd string. Go back to the original fingering and reference those top 2 notes and then see if the new version sounds the same. Really listen. Now the new version. Maybe just focus in on that shift. Does it sound the same both ways? Now, in order to be able to do this with the scales, you're going to need to know the note names of the scales that you're practicing, or your arpeggios. So you should be thinking about letter names as you are working on these patterns, and that will help you to move up and find the next one. And the great thing about this is that yes, you'll be playing in the same area of the bass, the same pitches of the bass, G and A, as you are here, but you'll be in a new area, which will mean that you can find different notes. Than if you were to just play in this initial half position. So it's a great middle range to keep you, it's a great way to start moving on to 2 octave scales without actually kind of going all the way and spending loads of time working on them. It's a simple method that you can practice, and it works with arpeggios. A different one, let's try B flat, major 7. So just check that they sound the same, practice them really slowly, and that will really help you to make progress to move around the instrument a bit more. So my second tip is to remain in the position that you're in, but play more of the notes that are available to you. And what I mean by that is if we're playing, for example, F major 7, you've got F, A, C, E and F. There are more ways to play those notes. There's another A here at the top, A, F, E, C, A, F, and there's also a low E. So you're not actually having to shift up the fingerboard, but you're able to play more notes of the arpeggios or the scales that you're practicing. Different example, B flat major. There's no notes that you can go up to without shifting, but there are notes that you can play going lower, and these are the ones that people miss more often. So you'd practice the arpeggio, B flat, D, F, A, B flat, A, D, F, D, B flat, but then let's keep going lower. A, F flat, A, F, and then back to the B flat. So this will really help your bass line creation, and especially if you combine this with the previous exercise, then you can start moving around the fingerboard a bit more and practicing different fingerings and different routes around the fingerboard. And with both of these exercises, they sound quite straightforward, but there is a lot of mileage in them, and I just wanted to give you a simple way to get started with your journey of learning where the notes are on the instrument, as that's so important regardless of the style of music that you're going to end up playing. Well, thanks for checking out the lesson today. I really appreciate it. And if you have enjoyed it and found it useful, click that like button and give me some feedback to encourage me to do more. I also have a product called Double Bass Scales, the Play Along collection. I'll provide a link in the notes below this video so you can learn more about that. You can visit the website for more free videos. Keep practicing hard, and I'll see you next time.